Here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me wanna wag my tail. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Says here the package comes from the UK. Ah. But what could it be? Aw, look, it's addressed to Wolfie Cronin. Let's see what's in this thing. Dear God. So today on the channel we have some awesome stuff coming to you. First of all, finally got this from He Who Shall Not Be Named. So we're going to open it up and check it out. And also do the review of the game, of course. Full disclosure, I've actually already beaten the game. 100%. I mean 100% completion. Everything's done. Here's the proof. That's probably long enough for me to put that picture up. But this is the reason for the season. I have a really good friend on a very popular FAQ website. I don't know her real name, but her screen name is Becky Boo, so maybe something like that. I don't know. But she was able to help me out and get this. Oh yeah. Let's get to it. So, let's check out the Link's Awakening Dreamer Edition. It's actually really awesome that I'm opening the Zelda game on the Zelda map. I think that is personally super awesome. Thanks, Vinny, for this thing. Anyway, first things first, safety first. I like this big box. I love how the Switch games, limited editions, come with these cool big boxes. So, we have a book and a game. Oh, that's nice. Let's go ahead and check out the game first, since it's right here. I'm willing to bet, because this is direct from Nintendo, that it is not going to have a manual, but you know, you can be surprised. So, here we go. Well, that's nice, a cool map. Real cool map. But, yep, no manual. Let's see this here book. The Dreamer Art Book. I'll tell you a story, young buck. Well, that's cool. That's real cool. Oh, wow. I'm not gonna flip through this whole thing, because I'm sure some of y'all are getting this or plan on getting it. So just a few little... It has like the items. Oh wow, that's really cool. That's real cool. I'm going to go through this. Oh look, Dompe. I'll go through this on my own. Oh, whoa. Oh man, hold on. This is the Game Boy map. That is awesome. I want this as a poster. Well, that is it for the Dreamer Edition. What America got us their limited edition. Anyway, pretty good stuff. Oh man, I'm excited for this. I am excited for this. Let's get the plastic off. Whew. Alright. Oh. Okay. Look at that. Little slip. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to add the sound effect here. Woo! Oh, first off, here's the inside of the lid. How freaking cool is that? Oh man. So, we have the Steelbook. Oh, it actually has a texture to it. All the ridges have a texture to it. That is awesome. And this feels slick. Oh man. That is awesome. Holy crap, that is cool. That is so cool. Okay, this is awesome. Wow. Oh, let's see what's in this side. The game, of course. Let's see if it's different than the American version. Ready? No. Still cool though. Still very cool. Alright, and last but surely not least, the art book. Wow. That's cool. I'm gonna take off the glove for this one. Looks pretty familiar. Just a little bit bigger. I wonder if they have that picture in the back that I really liked on the other one. They do. That's awesome. This is cool. Thank you so much, Miss Becky Boo, for helping me get this. And let's jump into the review. I love how when you start the game you get this huge, beautiful, bright, colorful, animated version of the original cutscene. It really hypes you up for what you're about to play and this huge adventure you're about to go on. Before we get too far though, I do want to bring up a complaint I have. I know a lot of people really like the new graphics, and I'm not saying I dislike them. I actually think they're really quite good. But, I mean, kind of minor spoilery type thing. Like Majora's Mask, this game is pretty dark, pretty heavy. And when I first saw the graphics, I was like, I don't know why I don't like them. And then I realized it's not that I don't like them. It's that personally, I don't think that it quite fits the overarching tone of the entire game. Link's Awakening is one of my hands-down favorite Zelda games, maybe even favorite games of all time. Definitely my favorite Game Boy game for sure. I've put hours and hours into the original, and then when the DX version came out, that one as well. And the cool thing about this game is it is a shot-for-shot remake. I guess shot for shot might not be the right words, but I mean, if there's a bush that you're used to seeing, you're going to see that bush in the exact same place in this version. One major hindrance with the original game was the lack of buttons. All you had was A and B, and you had to switch everything with the start menu. The original game also, you actually had to equip the power bracelet or the charging boots, Pegasus boots I think they're called, the sword, the shield, all separately. In this game, the shield gets its own button, dedicated, sword gets its own dedicated button, Pegasus boots get their own dedicated button, and lifting becomes just pressing A when you're near a liftable object, freeing up your two main buttons for equipping items. Usually for me it was the Rock's Feather and the Hookshot, or the Boomerang later on after the trading sequence. But other than that, other cool things they added are the fairy bottles. They don't work like the original fairy bottles like you're used to in Zelda, where when you pass away, the fairy comes out and automatically heals you. Instead, it's kind of more like a potion where it heals you as a one-use item. They've also added many more warp points, stopping the redundant walking back and forth during your regular gameplay. It makes traveling really convenient, especially when you finally get that item that lets you progress to a secret or further in the game rather than walk across the whole map. You can just teleport there. Speaking of the map, this is one of the best maps I think I've seen in a game, in a Zelda game for sure, but maybe even in any game. It shows you the locations of all of the heart pieces you've gotten, all the secret shells you've gotten, and you can put pins to remind yourself of locations or secrets that you want to go back to. They've added quite a few new things in the game as well. Nothing really too out of the ordinary, but they've added more heart pieces, more secret seashells, and of course have increased your health meter and the secret rewards as a result. Another thing that they've added though is these Danpei Challenges, where it's basically like Mario Maker Lite, but for Zelda dungeons. A few of the items in the game, including a bottle and some heart pieces, are gated behind this, but I never really found it as a hindrance. It's actually quite fun. I probably wouldn't go back and replay any of them, but the missions themselves are very interesting, and it shows how much thought really has to be put into making a dungeon. One cool thing about these missions, though, is you can put any boss in that you've already faced, so you can get your sweet, sweet vengeance with your double attack powered tunic on. This next part saddens me just a little bit. It would not be a Zelda game without some awesome minigames, and Link's Awakening returns with two of my favorite ones, the fishing minigame and the claw grabbing minigame. At first, the fishing minigame is great, until you start realizing that if you're like me and want to complete this game 100%, you're going to have to catch some serious fish. And wow, the blooper and the Cheep Cheep are both no joke when it comes to trying to catch them. And not only that, you have to catch a large variant of them. The whole thing is RNG dependent, and I feel like a good chunk of my playtime was literally... Last but not least is the claw game, which used to be one of my favorite mini games. And at first I was really excited when I started this, because I was like, oh wow, they added physics into this, like actual physics to the pieces you're picking up. And then this kept happening over and over. The problem isn't really the items falling out, it's the sheer amount of claw game you have to do. Unlike the original, where it's just for a heart piece, a shell, and the start of the trading game, this one has these little Mario figures that are all over town. And yeah, they're pretty fun to get, but some of them were a real pain. The worst part is as a completionist, when you go to finish the whole thing, your reward for getting all of the little trophies and putting them in all the houses is you get to play the claw game for half price. That's right, more claw game. Besides those two hiccups, this is still one of the best Zelda games ever made. I mean, the puzzles are fantastic, the dungeons are intricate and cool. Each one has that classic get the item to solve the puzzle feel. And you know, here's to hoping that they're going to make a new 2D top-down Zelda in the same style after the success of this one. It was absolutely awesome reliving one of my favorite childhood games. One question a lot of people are having is this game worth $60? It kind of depends on who you are. It is a short game. I mean, if you're thinking you're going to get a Breath of the Wild, which is also $60, out of this, you're not. But if you're really nostalgic for it, you're really going to enjoy it. And really, if you are the kind of person who's a completionist, you're going to put some time into it. You're not, I mean, you can beat the main story itself in probably 8 hours if you go through it. For me, I went through it very fast because it's a shot-for-shot remake and I already know where everything was. But I still put a lot of time into it just because of all the collectibles. I had a great time. I really enjoy this game. I highly recommend it. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the unboxings. If you guys are interested in either of those unboxings or got them yourself, let's talk about it in the comments below. Tell me what you think about the art book and everything. Other than that, ring the bell and subscribe to stay tuned and check out what's going on. Check out the Halloween Horathon videos I got going on all month. Those are going to be a lot of fun. And other than that, you know, hey, take it easy.